Welcome to the Tourism Hub podcast, a podcast devoted to you and your excellence, providing inspiration and education for the entrepreneurs, experience makers, and excellence seekers of our industry to take your tourism business and career to a whole new level.
Relax.
Well, hello and welcome to the Tourism Hub podcast, your weekly source of ideas and strategies and inspiration to help you thrive in the tourism and small business sectors. I am your proud host, Despina Karatzias, and let me tell you, I have dedicated the last 30 years, yes, 30 years it's been since I left high school and launched into my tourism career, studying in it, working in it, managing businesses, launching my own, and leading tourism teams and people and experiences and places. And for the past 10 years, I've been the proud founder of the Tourism and Small Business Institute of Excellence, home to the Institute of Tourism and the Institute of Small Business, which also brings this episode and every episode, all for the love of tourism and hospitality and events and retail and the wonderful world of the visitor economy. Now, today's episode is particularly significant because we're diving into the official launch of Experience Melbourne 2028, which happened this month. At the time of this recording, this is February 2025. Melbourne's new Destination Management Plan, DMP. This vision will set the course for Melbourne's visitor economy over the next 5 years. Experience Melbourne 2028 was launched at the VTIC Leadership Series Forum, titled Unlocking Our Potential, the Future of Our Visitor Economy, hosted in partnership with the wonderful humans at City of Melbourne at the stunning new hotel appropriately named Melbourne Place. The event was brilliantly emceed by VTIC's Chief Executive, Felicia Mariani, who I affectionately call our Victorian First Lady of Tourism. Now, Felicia's been a tireless advocate for our industry, and I hope to have her join me here on the podcast one day and share the Felicia love with you all. But beyond the data and frameworks, this plan is deeply personal to me. Melbourne isn't just a place I work. It's home. It's where I live. It's where I've had my kids. It's where I'm raising my family. It's where also my parents chose out of anywhere in the world to start a new life when they left their home, their parents, their siblings, and life as they knew it in Greece in search of opportunity. It was Melbourne that they landed as two individuals, as two very young people leaving their country to come here and find each other. With them, like many others who left their home countries in search for a better life and opportunity, brought their traditions, their stories, and of course, their food. And that's why it resonated so deeply when we talk about Melbourne's culinary kaleidoscope. Don't you love that? Culinary kaleidoscope. Because Melbourne isn't just a food city, it's a cultural mosaic built by generations of people who have made this city their home, just like my parents did. This highlights why destination management isn't just about tourism numbers. It's about storytelling, it's about experiences, and it's about people. And that's what really ignited and inspired me at the event and why I want to share it with you and talk about it. Now, if you're tuning in from interstate or overseas, I want you to reflect on your own region and your own destination. Does your place have a plan like this? If not, what steps can you take as a leader in your community to create one? It's a crucial step to making sure that your visitor economy not only grows, but also enriches the lives of both visitors and locals alike. Consider the principles and approaches that I'll discuss with you or share with you today, and think about how they can be applied in your context. Okay, So what is a destination management plan and why does it matter? A destination management plan, or DMP, is more than just a roadmap for attracting visitors. It's a shared statement of intent to manage a destination over a specific period of time. It articulates and anchors the roles of various stakeholders and identifies clear actions and resource allocation. This plan aligns businesses, governments, and communities to create a thriving and sustainable visitor economy. In this case, Melbourne's visitor economy, which is already a multi-billion-dollar industry. What was shared that in 2023 alone, 14.3 million visitors spent over 11 billion in our wonderful city. By 2028, that number is expected to reach 18 million visitors, contributing $16.8 billion annually. These figures highlight the immense potential of tourism when managed effectively, not just in attracting visitors, but in driving investment and innovation and getting on the same page as one another so we can all prioritize the same thing, so we can all move together in the same direction and achieve those big goals. However, here's the key point. Tourism isn't just about growth for growth's sake. It's about building a visitor economy that delivers real value. This means delivering value to businesses within the community, delivering value to locals within the community, and delivering values, of course, to the visitors themselves that are coming to experience our places. It also focuses on the planning, development and marketing of a destination, as well as how it's managed physically, financially and operationally, just like a business. And Melbourne isn't alone in recognising this. Cities around the world are rethinking tourism to prioritise experience-driven travel. This brings us to London, a destination that has undergone its own strategic transformation and that was also shared as a source of inspiration when the team at City of Melbourne and key stakeholders also considered when mapping out the destination management Experience Melbourne 2028. So let's delve a little deeper and let's talk about London's destination management planning and lessons from London's visitor experience strategy. One of the most visited cities in the world, London learned the hard way that brand recognition isn't enough on its own. Despite being a global tourism hub, research showed the London teams and the humans of tourism and the visitor economy in London that visitor satisfaction ranked lower than any other major city like Tokyo and Paris and Rome. And that was their wake-up call. So upon research, I found that London realised it needed to go beyond marketing and monuments and focus on the visitor experience. This is echoed in research that I found in McKinsey and Skift report, which emphasise also that visitors are increasingly driven by experiences, seeking authentic and memorable moments. London's visitor experience strategy was built around 4 key pillars, which I'd love to share because I read this and I get inspired and I wanted to have a home to share it with others. The number 1 pillar is places, strengthening its distinct visitor precincts and attractions. This involves developing unique destinations that cater to visitor needs, going beyond just passing through to creating pockets of places with diverse offerings of experiences, food, drink, culture, and the like. Number 2 is brand, refining how London presents itself to the world. It's not just about promoting iconic landmarks, it's also about communicating a welcoming and inclusive city with a diverse range of experiences. Number 3 is just that, experiences, expanding and diversifying what visitors can do. This includes developing new and unique experiences that align with future trends, with an emphasis on culinary, food, parks, and green spaces. Fourth and final priority is essentials, enhancing city infrastructure and visitor services. This includes ensuring easy and effective citywide internet access and encouraging more sustainable visits by simplifying choices for visitors, with a particular focus on active travel. Love that. Now, London's approach was effective and has influenced Melbourne's strategy, particularly in recognising the importance of visitor satisfaction and dispersing visitors geographically. London is now working to improve its value for money messaging, as well as developing its food and drink experiences, which are both key drivers for visitor decisions. This approach is precisely what Melbourne is doing, except Melbourne has expanded the vision further with 8 core experience pillars. And what are the 8 experience pillars of Experience Melbourne 2028? I hear you ask. Never fear, my friend. That's why I'm here to share them with you. If you're a tourism leader, operator, manager, marketer, or small business owner, aligning with one or more of these experience pillars is a powerful strategy for your forward growth and your next steps. Number 1, and no question, is sports and events capital. How can your business tap into Melbourne's world-class sports and events? Consider how you can engage with major sports and major event opportunities that can act as a key driver of travel intention. Think campaigns, packages, specials and collaborations. Back in my day as an operator, for example, on AFL Grand Final, quite a big deal here in Melbourne, we even have a public holiday to celebrate this Grand Final, I would run our own footy tipping competition and give away an experience. I just remember the first time I did that, it went off. What can you do around these events? Number 2 is groundbreaking creativity. Can you collaborate with Melbourne's thriving art scene? Explore opportunities to work with local artists and cultural institutions to provide unique and immersive experiences. Number 3, where would we be without our vibrant people and places? What local stories can your business tell? Better still, what about your story? I have no doubt there is something making you uniquely you. How are you sharing that far and wide in a unique way? Focusing on showcasing the unique character of your neighbourhood and the story of its residents and businesses. We showcase our vibrant people and places. My favourite, number 3, that I mentioned earlier, culinary kaleidoscope. How are you showcasing? How are you and your business taking the opportunity to showcase Melbourne's multicultural food culture? Lunar New Year, Antipathes, the Greek festival that just happened here in Melbourne, Diwali, Indian festival. Our diaspora is enviable. How can you get involved to ignite and leverage by highlighting the diverse food offerings and event offerings to create unique experiences that resonate with Melbourne's cultural diversity? Number 4, eclectic shopping haven. How are you attracting visitors to spend with you? Curating unique shopping experiences, focusing on local and ethical products, aligning with trends towards more conscious consumerism. Food, especially, is the new postcard. Where are there opportunities to collaborate with Melbourne and Victorian makers in your own patch? Number 5, Aboriginal culture in the city. Is your business incorporating Indigenous experiences? Always, always ensuring to support Indigenous tourism and storytelling in an authentic and respectful way by collaborating with First Nations humans of tourism and arts and Indigenous owned and operated experience makers. Number 6, world-class knowledge hub. Can you tailor your experiences for business and education travel? Look at opportunities to create tailored experiences that cater to the specific needs of niche business and educational visitors coming to town or coming to your region. Last but not least is green urban oasis. How is your business contributing to sustainability? Prioritize green spaces and eco-friendly experiences, catering to visitors who are increasingly prioritizing sustainability and well-being. Shout out and honourable mention that if you want to align with these values, look no further than the Quality Tourism Sustainable Accreditation through VTIC or Victoria Tourism Industry Council, as we know it, or strive for sustainability or ecotourism accreditation through the wonderful humans at Ecotourism Australia. These pillars aren't just categories, they represent opportunities for you and your business community to create experiences that resonate with visitors on a deeper level, not to mention leveraging the opportunity to tap into a free resource where significant amount of research, funding and stakeholder engagement has taken place to come up with a strategy and a plan like this. And at the foundation of this plan are 5 guiding principles, a model any tourism business can adopt. And that's where I want to start to finish this off by sharing with you these 5 guiding principles of Experience Melbourne 2028. Number 1 is Aboriginal focused, supporting our Indigenous tourism and storytelling. This means genuinely incorporating Indigenous culture and perspective into our offerings. Remember, through Indigenous, First Nations, humans and Indigenous owned and operated businesses. Number 2, that we are experience centric. Visitors today book experiences first, destinations second. This requires you to create unique and compelling experiences that meet the evolving needs of today's visitors, who many have done and experienced a lot. Number 3 is to be inclusive and welcoming, ensuring tourism is accessible and diverse. This includes considering the needs of all visitors and being mindful of inclusivity when planning your experiences first, not as an afterthought. 4 is sustainable and regenerative, reducing environmental impact and promoting ecotourism. Focus on reducing carbon intensity, promoting sustainable behaviours and offering tangible, sustainable experiences. Last but not least, number 5, collaborative and connected, strengthening industry partnerships and knowledge sharing. This means engaging with your wider industry, sharing best practices and working together to deliver exceptional visitor experiences. This experience-first approach is backed by research. A study that I mentioned earlier by McKinsey and Skift found that today's travellers choose destinations based on experiences first, not the other way around. The old model where people book flights first and figure out what to do later, it is fading. Instead, the research is telling us that people are booking trips because they saw a unique, immersive experience, whether it was social media or one of their own loved ones that they've seen experience. And they want to have the same moment. Think Maria and magical sunset Greek island sailing experiences from a previous episode. That is such a unique experience that could ignite a visit to Greece based on the luxury sailing experience first, not the visit to Greece and then I'll figure out if I can go on a sailing experience. And this isn't just a trend. It's a $1 trillion market. Younger travelers, especially Gen Z and millennials, are prioritizing experiences over material goods. This shift means that the question isn't how do I get more customers or more visitors? It's how do I create an experience people are willing to travel to my destination for. Okay, so let's get business coachy and training mode. Let's talk next steps, especially after the Bendigo Next conference this week. What are your next steps as a tourism leader? I'll start with my next steps is producing this episode for you. So this plan isn't launched and forgotten about. I wanted to create another place for this to live and be shared. Ultimately, I would have loved to interview someone, but in the interest of time and space, need to get this out, and I welcome anybody to reach out if you'd like to have a chat about Experience Melbourne 2028. And what about you? Where to from here? First, download all the plans and reports from the show notes at instituteofexcellence.com/podcast/65. The number of episodes that we've done here at the Tourism Hub podcast. It's quite outstanding, really, saying it like that. 65, episode 65. You'll find the full Experience Melbourne 2028 plan along with London's visitor experience strategy, the McKinsey and Skift report that I mentioned earlier on experiences, and a wealth of other things that I can think of that I can add in there for your reading and watching pleasure. Second, align your business with experience trends, food, culture, sustainability, accessibility, and technology. Consider how you can integrate those 8 experience pillars into your offerings. Think about not only what you offer, but how you deliver it, considering things like authenticity, focusing on local engagement and experiences that bring a specific locale to life. Managing expectations, over-communicate, over-deliver, manage expectations clearly from the outset. And value perception, ensuring guests feel that they are in safe hands and that your experience provides clear value. And leverage those digital assets and social proof, making sure your experiences are discoverable and bookable. This means having a strong online presence where people can easily find you, plan their visit, and book their experiences during their stay. Now, bringing it right down, and some practical points to consider for your business can include simplifying the booking process, making your booking systems seamless and easy for customers to use. Platform strategy, being strategic in your approach to online platforms, your digital strategy, the use of AI, and balancing your direct channels with other online platforms and agents to showcase and on-sell your experiences easily and seamlessly. And personalization, using data and technology to create personalized experiences and bundles. Last and most importantly, being in the room and be connected to your industry. If you're not able to attend industry events, you are missing opportunities. But to counteract that, be sure that you are on the right lists and database so that you're staying up to date and ahead. Events like this launch and the next Bendigo Next, a regional tourism conference. We've got a statewide Vision Summit conference tomorrow. We've got the national conference in Sydney coming up next month. All of these events, they're critical for networking, for learning, and for staying ahead of the curve. Time and time in all facets of the industry across the globe, collaboration is the key in the visitor economy, and being open to working with others to create unique experiences will always be a winning strategy. Collaboration is key in the visitor economy, and being open to working with others so that you can create these unique experiences will always always be a winning strategy. Finally, we have come to the end of the road, my friends. And if you found value in today's episode, it will mean the world if you subscribed, if you shared, and if you took the time to leave a review. It will help so much to continue delivering tourism and visitor economy and business inspiration to help you grow. Loads of love and gratitude for stopping by. Here's to your excellence. And until next time, let's be a better industry by doing better for our fellow humans that are running businesses, that are living and that are visiting our destinations.
Relax.